Welcome back to the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, Doha, here in Qatar. It's match number 22 of Ooredoo presents T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. Total of 31 league matches, and then the final on 22nd of April, being powered by LG Sports here at the historic Asian Town Cricket Stadium. This has been quite a tournament so far. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Mikhail Vashwani. Good evening.
Good evening, Devendra. Good evening to all of viewers as well tuning in to this broadcast.
Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2020.
We have match number 2 lined up for the evening. It's going to be Desert Warriors taking on Selex. Now that's going to be an interesting game as well. What a match we just saw being played out at the very same venue. Stars Cricket, Sprite Cricket Stars edging their opposition, Fathom Doha, to book a place in the quarterfinals. We are heading into the knockout phases, and all the last of the league games will present a very important opportunity. Let's head across to the middle. Devendra with both the captains for the toss.
QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, match number 22 of the competition. It's going to be Desert Warriors versus Selex, and I've been joined by 2 captains and a match referee, Amin ul Islam, captain of Desert Warriors, to spin the coin. Kushal? Here is a call. That's quite a spin. I haven't seen the ball turn this much. It's a tail. So, Kushal, you won the toss. What's your call?
I think we'll bat first. The reason is we want to put a good total on the board, and it's must-win game for them with their better run rate. But for us, we have to just win the game. So a good total on the score, and we'll put them on pressure because they have to maintain that run rate to qualify as well. So that's the reason we want to bat first.
Any changes tonight?
Yeah, 2 changes. We have Poli, who is injured. Instead of him, we have Farooq, and Fatin has been replaced by Jesse. Jesse is a quick bowler. So,
what score would you like to get betting first?
Anything, above 90, 95 would be a good score.
What's your bowling combination tonight?
We are going with the 4 spinners and 2 pace.
All the best.
Thank you.
Any changes in your team today?
No, we have the same team, and no changes.
Pressure of must-win situation. How will you handle this?
Yes, we have no other go. We have to win, and in a good margin, and we'll try the maximum for that. And we believe that we can do it. We have a very good team. We have good batters. So, inshallah, we'll be doing that, yes.
Go well tonight.
Thank you.
So the news from the centre here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium is that Team Desert Warriors captain Kushal winning the toss and deciding to bat first.
Desert Warriors winning the toss and electing to bat first. Not surprised with the decisions out here. Most teams want to put the runs on the board, and that keeps them in the comfort zone as well. Playing 11 of Desert Warriors led by Kushal Kumar Kothari, Avtar Sidhu, Anirudh Singh Verma, Anand Bhatt, Shakir Hussain, Gaurav Gupta, Venkat Ramakrishna, Vikramjit Singh, Farooq Ahmed, Sajjad Mohammed and Sandeep Kothari. They've looked a very impressive side here in this tournament. And for Selex Cricket Club, Shireen MC, Shihab, Shamir Yusuf, Ashif Asraf, Ashif Umair, Asif Abdullah, Amir Nasser, Afnas, Rabish Palat, Salim Mohammed and Nihad Nazar. Another very fine team. It's going to be an even contest. That's because both these sides have been very impressive in this tournament. They are packed by power hitters, all-rounders, utility players, game changers. We are coming to you live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. And after doing the toss, Devendra quickly runs up to join me in the comm box. Devendra, what a contest it's been all through this tournament. Early in the day as well, a good match, and now a cracker of a contest, at least on paper.
With the captain promising posting 100 plus runs in this particular match and looking to continue with the winning ways, that should be an exciting affair ahead of us. Avtar comes to the crease, 52 runs and taken a wicket as well in this tournament. He's in great form with bat in hand. A lot of expectations to provide the team off to a blistering start. The pitch has been challenging for the last couple of days, and Will be interesting if Sajjad can give him the company. Both openers have been getting runs, 69 runs already in this tournament for Sajjad as well. Two openers, inform openers against Salim, who has been given the opportunity to start the bowling from the industrial end.
Taken on the full on this occasion, played towards mid-on. This could be close had he collected it and thrown it at the first attempt.
Imagine a wicket of the very first delivery.
Through a run out.
Through a run out, that would have set the tone in the bowling department. Great encouragement for the bowler as well. Fieldsman swooping on the ball and picking and making a direct hit. That would have been a stunning start to the contest after Desert Warriors captain won the toss and made the decision to bat first. Desert Warriors already through to the quarterfinal. Selex need to win this one match.
Oh, he's picked that up from middle and played it towards fine leg. Just getting a nice turn on that, a nice swivel on that.
With protection available on the onside, on the boundary. They got men at the third man and fine leg on the boundary ropes to protect those edges or balls spraying on the pads as well. They got slip in position.
Fuller this time, he misses the line completely, playing across it all over this one, and he's been castled. First wicket here for the Desert Warriors falls. Avatar departs and water delivery.
Yeah, bowling with the breeze, looking to pitch the ball up. That's been the concentration from the beginning in this innings. Another fuller length delivery. Batsman trying to work it through the onside, missing a ball with little bit of late deviation in the air, resulting in that gap between bat and pad through that cross-batted shot attempted by Avatar. He goes early in this innings for one, and Salim has struck in the first over.
What a start here for Selex Cricket Club. That came in sharply, Devinder. Could see that late hint of movement as well. And Avatar giving that a wild swing and missing it.
From strong breeze to now, it's serene now. The breeze not much, not stiff breeze here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Enough to assist the batsman in or rather the bowler in getting some swing movement working for himself. Day number 11 of the competition. Match number 22 on 22 yards. Desert Warriors captain winning the toss and deciding to bat first. There was opportunity of the very first delivery to get the batsman out, run out. That didn't happen, but wicket of the third ball. Farooq comes to the crease, playing for the first time in this QCA T10 Ramadan Cup.
Nicely bowled, nicely played as well. What a time to come. Great piece of fielding. Good all-round cricket.
Urgency in the field, looking to attack the stumps, showing great intent in the field, which is a good sign. Again, pitched up delivery, little bit of movement, and batter did well to get down and get his bat in.
Yes, no, again, there's a lack of communication in the middle. They'll complete a single.
Looking at the intensity in the field, no wonder there is hesitation about taking that run. Hesitation might result in a wicket in form of run out. We have seen plenty of wickets falling in form of run outs today as well. In the first match, batters getting out, run out, and hence the momentum of innings changing.
Oh, that's almost taken the leg stump. How did it miss? Very poor fielding skills in the outfield. That's 4 leg byes, but that was very close to the leg stump. That's because he was shuffling way too much outside the off.
Shuffling across could be dangerous proposition as a batsman as well. The man on the boundary at the fine leg position wanted to get it fine. That's why he shuffled across, and leg by signal, ball travelling to the boundary, needed better effort and application from the fieldsman on the boundary. Lazy effort results in a boundary. And that's the position they enjoy in the points table. The Desert Warriors in Group B at the top of the table with 4 points with positive net run rate of 2.55. The Masters Cricket Club almost ascertaining their place in the quarterfinals.
Legends as well looking good with Star CC. Nihal and Afghan have one last game to play with each other. That's slated in the coming days. Marcos have a game as well. They are entertainers. And United Challengers have done well to secure their place on the top as well. But at the moment, Fathom Doha and Sprite Cricket Stars have sealed their place in the quarterfinal. The game happening sometime back earlier in the evening. Back live over here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium for match number 2 of the evening. Ashif will be bowling the second over.
Searching for his first wicket in the competition. They got man at the third man on the boundary, fine leg up in the circle.
Again played with soft hands and a single stolen right underneath the eyes of the fielder, placed at short covers.
Slow through the air. Quite a skill for a bowler operating with the new ball, taking the face off the ball. Grip can be a problem at times, getting the cutters working for the bowlers, but there's a conscious effort to not give additional pace to the batsman to work with on this slower surface here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha. Wicket from the first over. Can he deliver a wicket here? Ashif from QC end.
Goes big this time around, just tailing towards the leg side region. Another half-hearted appeal. They'll steal another single.
Good, accurate bowling. Ball coming slow off the surface as well. Understanding the need of bowling in these conditions, recognizing the nature of the surface as well. Also the strength and weak areas of the batters. Spot on in this over to begin with. Ashif.
Short and wide. Very lucky to get away with that one.
Searching for those full length deliveries now. Looking to exercise some pace with this delivery as well. Looking to take it away, hitting the deck and getting the ball to bounce. First 2 deliveries was about taking the pace off. Good change up.
Down the leg this time, pulled towards the fine leg region, and that'll be 4. Straying in line, shortish in length, fine leg up in the circle, and that's been helped away for a 4.
Poor bowling. First the angle and then drifting down the leg side with fine leg up in the circle. Directionless bowling and hence the boundary scored off. A gifted delivery to Farooq. Much better this time, but he carves the ball away through the offside. Has got enough wood onto it to take it to the boundary for 4 along the carpet.
Sublime timing on that one. Just like the way he punched it on the offside, and once he got past the fielder at backward point, this lightning outfield did the rest. So it's been a very fine over so far. 2 boundaries coming off it.
Quite evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Back-to-back boundaries. 17 for 1. 10 runs already conceded from this over. Ashif. This time tucks the ball away on the onside. Mid-wicket is position. They will accumulate a single here. 11 coming from Asif's over. It's 18 for 1 after 2 overs. Desert Warriors winning the toss and batting first. In match number 22 of QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, the first edition of the tournament. They bat deep. They got some powerful batters as well. The Desert Warriors further strengthening the side by bringing in Farooq in the side in the batting department, a top order player.
And he's looked good since the start. 11 of 7 for him. Selex have to win this game if they need to progress into the knockouts. Quicker this time and cramping him for room as well. Much better length.
And that off-stump channel, the line not giving room to the batsman to work with, and also varying his pace in length. An excellent first over, taking wicket as well, early wicket, thus conceding 3 runs, and now a very good start to the over from the industrial street end.
Driven this time down the ground. That's another very good looking stroke from the bat of Farooq. He's looked so good this evening.
He's been inducted in the side for his batting potential, showing great promise with his stroke making. Good awareness about the field placement, just opening the face of the ball and off the bat and squeezing the ball in front of the square on the offside for 4.
It's the placement on that occasion that helped him get and fetch those 4 runs. What I've really liked about Farooq today evening has been the way he's played his strokes along the ground.
Yes, his composure and stroke selection has been quite good. He's on to 15 of just 9 without rushing into stroke making, all along the ground. Sublime timing and placement to the precision.
Just not able to settle on a line this evening, Salim.
Not much of breeze now, Mikhail. The kind of breeze that we experienced when we arrived to the crease. It was a strong, stormy evening.
Again played towards the covers. Lovely shot, negating the swing coming into him, getting to the pitch of the ball. This is quality batting here by Farooq.
A lot changes when a quality batsman comes to the crease, when he starts scoring well. Once again, it was about placement and timing. Just opening the face of the bat again, and from close to the stumps, he had enough power, punch into stroke to get it away to the boundary for 4.
Oh, quicker this time, beats the wicket keeper on the way to fine leg. The fielder as well will not be able to cut it off. Back-to-back boundaries. Runs coming thick and fast here for the Desert Warriors. They're making merry in the middle.
Minimum effort, but great awareness about the lines and the bowling at the moment, looking to whack the ball through the onside, wanted to hit it in front of square, getting it fine at beating the fieldsman on the boundary as well. Struggle continues in bowling department. The length is okay, but the line has been the problem, though a couple of quality strokes played by Farooq as well, on to 23 of just 12 with minimum effort.
Nicely played towards the point region. This has been a very productive over here for Desert Warriors. 13 runs coming off the third. Power play restrictions have been lifted now.
Just the disruption in lines contributing significantly in run making for Salim, conceding 13 runs from this over. The run making has been pure class from Farooq, 24 of 13. Classic strokes through the offside in this innings of his from Farooq.
Oh yes, Farooq looks so impressive. He's raced to 24 of 13 with minimum risks in the middle. He's played some delightful strokes on the offside. And he's brought some conventional, authentic cricket that we talk about. Change in bowling. Things just going out of hand here for Selex Cricket Club. They need to pull things back. They need to break this partnership.
This has been the most productive and classy batting affair in the first 3 overs. The mandatory power play overs were only 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. The stroke making has been exhilarating this evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Shireen has been introduced into the attack from the QCA end with third man on the boundary and fine leg up in the circle. Square leg is also up in the circle, man at the long off position.
Shot and played over backward point. That's racing away to the boundary, and the fielder gives up the chase as well. Very good shot, this one. Just going on his toes on this occasion and playing it up and over.
Fantastic stroke production. That has been the case. Good awareness about the field placing once again, riding the bounce and then making a conscious effort to hit it in front of square on the offside. And he knew that there was no protection on the boundary. The moment he cleared the 30-yard circle, it was always going to travel to the boundary for 4.
Looked in complete control, Devender, while playing that shot. Never easy. The placement as well. Fuller this time down the leg side. Wide. That's been the story today with Selex Cricket Club. The length and line has been a little awry, and that's where the consistency is missing.
Erratic with his lines, first outside the off stump, giving width to the batsman to work with as ball comes slow off the surface and then drifting one down the leg side. Can you find that radar around the off stump and a back of length? Maybe the fullest length delivery will do the job. Farooq is on to 28.
Nicely again played through the cover point region. What I've really liked this evening about this approach by Desert Warriors is they have taken calculated risks and tried playing maximum shots through the carpet.
Outstanding batsmanship along the ground, most of the strokes played, and Farooq with his 29 of 15 has set the tone in the batting department. They do not have to take any undue risk here to propel the score towards 100. That's what they wanted the moment they won the toss. The captain mentioning at the toss that 100 is the target in their mind, batting first.
Gets an inside edge on this one. Fine legs up in the circle. This is racing away as well. Will be cut off. Runs coming quick here for Desert Warriors.
Again, opportunity with the field up on the onside. Not quite getting the timing right, but was successful in pressing the ball through the onside to collect 2 more runs. Good composed batting from Farooq on the other end. Sadaz wants to take his innings forward as well.
Down the ground this time, straight past the bowler. Very good shot. Looking for the second, sent back by his partner.
Contrasting methods to get runs. Farooq is relying on his timing and placement and his technique. Rather, Farooq, and no wonder he's scoring quite efficiently at the moment. 29 of 15. Sajjad, it's been about applying pressure of force and play forcing strokes down the ground to get runs.
Pulls it this time from within the crease. That was a desperate shot. And he's been castled as well. Took us some time from here to ascertain that. Exposing all his 3 stumps, not getting behind it, and in the process losing his wicket.
A tough place to pick this from the naked eyes, even from the monitor, from the mid-wicket position, as he wanted to whack it through the onside, missing a straight ball. Ball clipping onto the stumps. And second wicket is down. The man in form who was batting fluently, Farooq, is out for 29. And Sherin making a comeback in this over after conceding boundary of the very first ball, then a wide, and eventually getting a key wicket of Farooq, who was inducted in the side today to strengthen their batting heading into the quarterfinal, and he has certainly delivered with bat tonight to set the tone of the innings. 40 for 2 after 3.5 overs.
The start has been good, just that they've lost wickets at a time when they've accelerated each time. Desert Warriors have looked in a strong position. Selex Cricket Club have struck. It's an even contest right now, but Selex cannot afford to give too many runs. They are playing catch up in this tournament at the moment, and they're also going to be chasing on the surface.
You reckon the best batting performance that we've seen so far in this tournament from Farooq's plate?
Wrapped on the pads, loud appeal, Empire just nods his head in disagreement. That could have been very close. 4 overs gone, it's 44-2. And just coming back to your question, by far, yes, it has been a very, very educated approach shown by the batters.
A little bit of shuffle might have drifted down the leg side. It's a good call by the on-field umpire. Taking wicket from his first over, Sherin. It's 40-2, still going at great rate. The Desert Warriors, after winning the toss and batting first, stroking the ball at the rate of 10 runs per over in T10 contest. As Shajat is betting on 5 for 5. Contribution coming in at the top of the order from Farooq Ahmed, getting 29 of just 16 deliveries. Still Kushal Kumar, Kotri, Anirudh to come. Some power hitters in the side as well, all-rounders. Should be looking at 100 run from this position in the game.
Amir, 1 wicket for him in the 3 games. He's been tidy with his economy. He'll be eager to add some more wickets to that column.
Sajjad has spent a lot of time at the crease. There's 5 deliveries though, but he hasn't been timing the ball well, but not this time. This time was quite effective with his stroke play and fetching a boundary in the process.
In the gap between backward point and third man, just use the pace on this occasion, and once he managed to do that with his fast outfield, it was 4 for the taking.
9 of 6. Shakir yet to open his account. 44 for 2. Boundary of the first ball. It's too close to the body to play the cut shot again. It's going fine. There will be single. It's a dangerous shot to play, Mikhail.
The ball's coming in sharply, and not much room offered to cut that ball. But on both the occasions, Sajjad has managed to get the bat behind it.
Could be just because of the slow nature of the surface. On a slightly faster pitch, he would have chopped that ball onto the stumps.
Maybe a little bit of more lateral movement, and that could trouble the batter even further. But at the moment, Sajjad has come in with great intent, and his execution so far has helped the side grow in that total of theirs. Shakir just having a look at the ground. Must be sent with some plan in the middle.
Mid-wicket on the boundary, long on the boundary.
Most successful bowlers on this track don't really have a run-up. We saw with Nazim in the previous game as well. 3 to 4 steps into his stride, and there he's delivering the ball. And on this occasion, Amir as well. Very unorthodox bowling, run-up and action through the wickets. He's coming.
This time he lifts it over. Just over that fielder, and will be back for the second run. And the accuracy. Oh, that was a chance for the wicketkeeper had he collected it properly.
That could have easily been a run out had the wicketkeeper collected this behind the stumps and maybe just done a throw on it or a dive, but very slow on the turn. Shakir for the second run.
47 for 2. Mid-wicket is going towards his square leg region on the onside, inside the circle.
Very poor fielding effort. Oh, this could be close. The batter once again is struggling to get there, but the throw was wayward. Had that been on the stumps, Shakir would have been struggling.
A lot of time for the fieldsman on the boundary to compose himself and make a flatter, accurate throw. It was more of a bouncing and wild as well.
On such occasions, you often see a wicketkeeper telling the outfielder, throw it on the bounce. Because once it gets off the grass, it takes off and speeds well to the wicketkeeper too. And that's why throws from the outfield need to be on one bounce, flatter, quicker. Again, throwing his bat at this one. And that's been given wide.
Another additional run added to the total. It's 50 up for the Desert Warriors after winning the toss and batting first. Amir conceding 10 runs already from this over, courtesy that late cut of the first delivery that he received. Shakir is on to 4, has a strike.
Goes big this time, and he clears the ropes as well. Shakir has been eyeing that region for a while now. It was in the slot outside the off stump. All he had to do was get bat to ball, and it was sailing.
Yeah, quite aware about that there was no protection there in that region. His placement was absolutely fantastic. He adjusted his shot and got it in front of square for a 6. Salim Mohammed taking 1 wicket for 16 in his 2 overs. Just 3 runs from his first over. And Aship bowling solitary over for 11, 1 for 9 in 1 over for Sherin, getting that all-important wicket of a man in form, Farooq. And 56 for 2.
5 overs, 56 for 2, going an over 10 per over. Very, very good start here. Desert Warriors have mixed caution with aggression, played some sensible cricket. The running has been good, and they have chosen their areas.
We are in the penultimate day in the league stage of play. 56 for 2. 2 matches scheduled for tomorrow as well. And then the quarterfinals and semi-finals and final on the 22nd of April. The first edition of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup. Total of 16 teams participating, 16 days of cricketing extravaganza. Sherin, who took the wicket of Farooq, is into the attack.
Gives that a wild slash. It's gone towards backward point. It'll be cut off. Batsman complete 2. The scoreboard has been ticking. They have not really dried up with their run scoring at the moment.
Well on course of getting to 100. The way they've been able to score runs so far effortlessly. 58 for 2. Desert Warriors versus Selex CC, 58 for 2. And he's beaten outside the off stump.
Partnerships is key in any format. T10, T20, Tests, ODIs. You have to forge those vital associations so that you lay the foundation for the batters to follow and ease the pressure of them. And that's exactly what the Desert Warriors have done this evening. They have not lost wickets in a heap.
Sajjad may not have got many runs. This time he gets the edge over the top of the wicketkeeper and down to the boundary for 4. That was an edge. That's by is given.
Extra bounce there. Desperate attempt by the wicketkeeper. Timed his jump as well, but couldn't really collect that. For a moment it looked as if it got the edge of the bat as well on its way to the third man boundary. By signalled welcome runs here for Desert Warriors.
62 for 2. Third man on the boundary now.
Castled him on a fuller delivery. May have just tailed in as well towards the end. But Shireen's habit of striking continues. Wicket number 2 falls. Wicket number 3, beg your pardon.
Attacking the stumps. It was a full toss, trying to work it through the onside, of the inside edge. Ball cannoning onto the stumps. Wicket number 3rd. And Sherin getting his second wicket tonight. Sajjad goes for 12. And it's 62 for 3.
Just when this partnership was turning into a sizable one, Sajjad departs. Each time a batter has looked good to score big, he's thrown it away. Selex continue with that habit of striking every now and then. 62 for 3. A lot of time left in this innings here for Desert Warriors. Gaurav makes his way to the middle.
An all-rounder with the batting potential, hasn't realized his potential in this tournament so far, just getting 22 runs, and he's into his third match. Sherin taking 2 wickets for 11. Excellent start to his spell by taking wicket earlier in day's play, and now once again coming back and striking again.
Wonderful delivery on this occasion. Ball holding its line. Just drawing the batter forward as well.
Every time the forward press was challenged, batters struggled to put their bat onto the ball, losing the shape in the process of playing both those deliveries because they keep rooting themselves at the crease.
This is a very fine over, but for that 4 that went over the wicket-keeper's head, courtesy Bice. Otherwise, he's bowled a very hostile over. Oh, wrapped on the pads, and he's been given the finger. Goes up slowly. Gaurav departs without scoring, and that man Shireen has struck again in the over. 3 for him in 2, and 2 in this one.
Accurate bowling, good accurate bowling. Looking to attack this stump-to-stump line. Once again going with that straight delivery. More of a leg cutter, trying to work through the onside. Ball just shooting off and skidding off the surface and going on to hit the pads. Was beaten for pace. He's gone for a duck. Wicket number 4 for the team, and a third for Sherin. It's 62 for 4.
Gaurav.
(62 for 4) in 6 overs with 10 extras, and Gaurav is out for duck. 10 of 5 from the blade of Shakir, 29 of 16, fluent 29 from 16 from Farooq at the top of the order. Salim getting 1 for 16, but pick up the bowler so far in this contest. Sherin 3 wickets for 11.
Yes, this is a very good comeback by Selex Cricket Club. Gaurav on that occasion playing all over it. Strapped in front, no hesitation for the umpire to raise his finger. They're going at a very good clip, 10 and over. But what is going against them is the fall of wickets. And all of a sudden, they've just not been able to offer some kind of resistance in the middle. Shakir is there, but Shakir has Anirudh now for support.
Introduction of spin, rubbish.
Goes for a wild swing, went down on his knee, was eyeing the cow corner region. This is going to be very interesting, let me tell you. Each time an off-spinner comes into operation into a right-handed batter, the percentage of a big hit is always on the cards.
But in this tournament, Rubbish has been able to take wickets.
All eyes on Rubbish.
It's not that off-spinners don't take wickets of right-hand batters. Muthaiya Muralidharan bowling against many high-quality right-handed batters and still taking 800 test match wickets.
Nicely played. This could be close. Shad the stumps. The throw is way too high for comfort, says the wicket keeper. Well, Devinder, Muralitharan was Muralitharan. Just a reminder. All the other off-spinners do come in the same breadth of conversation, but Murli just edges out everybody by a mile.
Graham Swan, this classical off-spin.
Simcox from South Africa, Pat Simcox.
This time hits it down the ground and dropped.
He had readied himself for that catch. He was in position, the fielder over there. And just when it looked like he had done all the hard work to pouch that, he may have just overrun that a little bit. Yes, he did overrun it. And then realized that that was coming really fast at him. Another catch dropped in this tournament.
He's almost had a wicket. Plenty of run-outs and catches going down. This time chance. Appeal for LBW not entertained by the umpire. That was a very good delivery. The length, he was beaten in the length on that occasion. Not quite reading it properly. Was playing it across the line to a straightest, quickest delivery.
Quicker through the air this time around. It goes towards the cow corner region. They'll keep it to 1. So it's been a quiet over and a very tidy one.
Almost a wicket on a couple of occasions. One catch going down. One potential stumping or LBW call. Finishing well is key. Long off and long on in place. Down the track. And hammers it down the ground, but not quite getting the timing right.
Oh yes, gave the charge on this occasion, Shakir. And in the process, they've completed 3 runs as well. For a while, it looked like it would go over the ropes. But that ball only got the height and not the distance on this occasion. Very fine over, but Rabish comes to an end. And all of a sudden, after a few skyscrapers, you look at a few small cottages being built around it. As Devinder points out, the bunkers. Afnas, just 1 wicket has been a little expensive in this tournament. 40 runs in the 3 matches that he's played in. You'd ideally want to... in the slot, driven towards backward point, rather covers. Another single.
Good comeback after that delightful stroke play from Farooq. The spinners tightening the screws. Rabish bowling.
Afnas. He'll have to keep things tight, and at the moment they've really put the brakes on the scoring. Selex Cricket Club. Again, right underneath the bat. The length has been impeccable by Afnas and Rabish as well earlier in the day.
Good, accurate bowling.
Afnas is keeping things very tight in the middle at the moment.
As Mikhail mentioned earlier also in the commentary spell about it's about landing the ball in the right area. This time he comes down the pitch and not quite getting the distance on that occasion. It's about landing the ball in the right area. It's about challenging the comfort zone of the batter. And once you do that, the pitch is assisting a lot for the spinners and fast bowlers alike. So if they put the ball in the right area, there is every chance of getting wicket in some fashion.
Yes, and what an exposure it's been for the players to understand pitch conditions and lengths as well, because more often than not they've played on matting wickets, maybe on cement pitches where any length the ball just takes off. Here the ball this time just trying to make room for himself, exposing all his 3 stumps, and just coming back to the point of playing on turf and playing on matting or cement is such a different proposition that bowlers have begun to realize that you have to find the hard lengths, and you just can't bowl it at any length expecting the ball to zip off or take off from where it pitches.
That's why what's seen so far in this tournament, also the slow deliveries, they don't work much on the cemented pitches. But here they had to invent these deliveries according to the need of the format and need of the turf wicket as well.
It's been a very good over so far, only 2 of it. Bowling it wide of the stumps. Oh, this is audacious running. This is very, very smart, rather street smart cricket in the middle. I see a lot of this in gully cricket.
Yes, knowing a lot of time to understand the body language of the fielder as well. Looking that it was not charging, spotting the opportunity and converting it into a single. It was signaled as a wide as well, though the batsman was shuffling across. They got short third man at the fine leg inside the circle, long off and long on the boundary.
Wrapped on the pads. A half-hearted appeal, but that looked very close. I feel the batter is very lucky on this occasion. And in all of it, the umpire says he may have got some bat on it as well on the way to the pads. A very fine over comes to an end. Afnas has given away only 5 runs in the 8th over, and this is a very top bowling effort.
High class bowling from Sharin, 3 for 11 with his accuracy. Also variation in length, and 1 wicket for Salim Mohammed in the first over, just conceding 3 runs, though he was taken for 13 from his second over. Wickets falling at 2, 40, 62 and 62. 73 for 4 in 8 overs. Can they get to 100 from here on? 2 overs to go. 27 they need to get there.
Rubbish to continue. Gives the charge on this occasion. Plays it towards the extra cover region. Fielder there. We'll keep it to 1. So intentions are clear. It's high time now. Desert Warriors throw the kitchen sink at practically everything thrown at them.
Now this will be a challenge, whether he's going to toss the ball up to the batsman or is he going to bowl darters here, quick through the air. Also the keeping will be tested, as batsman would definitely like to use his feet.
Once again looks for that big hit. Oh, this could be close. Oh, 1 too many misses, but finally the batter stranded in the middle of the pitch, denied the second run by his partner, and the wicketkeeper almost making a mess of it. Good presence of mind by the fielder to throw it at the striker's end, and another wicket falls.
1 bounce straight to the keeper there. Bit of fumble in acceptance of the throw, but eventually had enough time. His batsman was way down the pitch. No time to recover from that position to come back to the safety of the crease. He is out, as we have seen so far in this tournament. Plenty of batters getting out in form of run out, and Shakir goes for 17 of 12. And it is 74 for 5.
That's where I don't understand the strategy here of Desert Warriors. After a fine start, they've just lost the plot midway. They still have a chance to get past 100, but they'll need some big hitting. Shakir back in the hut, 17 and 12, looking good, but again he's been run out so many times. We've seen informed batters striking the ball well, losing their wicket courtesy a dreaded piece of confusion in the middle.
And batter was getting into some kind of groove with bat in hand, has been dismissed in form of run out. 75 for 5. Rubbish searching for his first wicket tonight.
Oh, that's been picked up and hiked over the long off region. That's sheer timing or even power on that. Call it anything, but that is clean striking by Anirudh. What a shot.
Brilliant stroke. A lovely tossed up delivery, just clearing his front leg, just giving a bit of room to himself and looking to hit it straight. Nice connection. Sweet timing. And sailing over the long off field for 6, and he goes again straight down, and it's coming down here. It's gone into the side screen for a 6.
Back-to-back sixes once again in the slot, and they knew it the moment it hit his bat, how pleasantly it left and sailed into the side screen. And for the time Sandeep has come, He's just been teeing off in style.
12 of 2. Rabis has been taken for runs today evening. Two back-to-back sixes. Can he hit 3 in a row? He goes again. This time gets a bit of a top edge. What a brilliant catch.
Acrobatic athleticism at its best. This is the catch of the tournament so far, at least for me. That was airborne as well while he was taking that catch. Lunges forward, dives in the air on impact, in control of it, and recovers as well quickly. This is what you call catches win matches. Certainly that effort and the commitment there for everybody to see. So Sandeep, after providing some entertainment with the bat, departs for 12 in 3. Fifth wicket falls for the Desert Warriors. "200 wickets have now fallen in the tournament, Devinder. How far we've come from the day we started on April 7th.
Yeah, today is the day number 11 of the competition. 22nd match underway here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. It's a slam bang. It's about get runs and boundaries, 4s and 6s, but in the process, the bowlers have been able to take 200 wickets.
They're running for practically everything. No one backing up. They'll take another run. This could be close. Oh, this is great fielding and poor running. There was no one backing up, but the fielder on the return throw used his presence of mind and directed that ball towards the wicketkeeper's end. And that was another run out.
Seen plenty of batters getting out in form of run out. Again, the confusion. And good throw straight through to the keeper.
Oh yes, that was a one-hand pick up and throw.
51.
And that's what needs special mention. This one-handed pick-up throw is what resulted in this run out.
And 353 wide so far in this tournament.
Can you calculate that into the number of overs that have been exceeded in the tournament?
It will require some mathematical calculation. I haven't been quite good, never got the distinction marks in mathematics. Should be around 50 plus.
So you practically had 5 T10 matches. 3 to 5 T10 matches. Courtesy these wides. But another wicket that fell some time back, courtesy run-outs. I mean, you're creating records in every department over here. We run out, so. Dubious records.
But Mikhail, we have to take this thing into consideration as well. But they have been experiencing these conditions, bowl and pitches as well, for the first time, some of the batters. From tennis ball cricket on cemented pitches to turf wicket, it's a challenge.
Oh, it is a challenge and an opportunity as well. Again, just throws his bat at this one. They're looking for the second run. They're practically running for everything. This could be close again, another run out. It's been run-outs galore here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Batters coming and allowing the fielders to run themselves out. I'll tell you what, this is getting all but easy for the fielding side at the moment.
354th run out.
How many run-outs in this game? 39 since yesterday, no? This is the 39. The 39th run out is what we've just witnessed as wickets have just stumbled here in the last couple of minutes.
Stopped counting the number of run-outs with 353 wides, 39 run-outs. Areas to improve upon when they appear again on cricketing scene next season.
Last 5 deliveries left. He gets some bat on this, plays it towards the mid-wicket region. Are we seeing another run out? Not really, it's a misfield. And the batsman complete too.
Still, there is no opportunity to get to 100. Vikramjit comes to the crease.
Digs it from inside the crease. They're looking for the second. Vikramjit wants the second. Looks like he wants the run out more than the second at the moment. They can't afford to have another one, let me tell you. They need to be smart in their running.
What's your prediction? Will we get 50 run outs before the completion of the tournament?
Tell you what, the calling has lacked communication and coordination, and they have lacked that sense of sanity in the running. Just not been able to understand this approach. Anything that's gone in the outfield, it's a given for the batting side that they have 2 runs for the taking, particularly in this innings for Desert Warriors.
92 for 8. Can they get at least 1 boundary from this over?
Vikramjit is in a hurry. He has a plane to catch. Looks like just not responding was his partner at the other end. Tell you what, there's another wicket on the cards, looks like. It's gone to third man, and they'll take another single. Pretty obvious they are looking for that 100-run mark, that psychological edge. Remember, chasing 100 on this surface while batting second, 9 out of 10 times teams have failed.
All right, Afnas searching for wicket in this over. What's the field for him? Batsman wants a little bit of restructuring with his gloves at the moment. New pair of gloves has been given to the batsman now with sweeper cover and long off in position. Here is Afnas from the QC end into bowl to Vikramjit, and Vikramjit is flashing outside the upper stump, and it's wide again.
Vikram means business in the middle at the moment. He wants to dispatch every ball outside Doha.
Can he get a boundary away, Vikramjit, on to 3 of 2 with a shorter run up? Here it goes, Afnas passes the umpire and bowls to Vikramjit. This time hits it down the ground. There is a fielder on the boundary. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. Enough time for the batters to come back for the second. This with a direct hit.
Had that been a direct hit, it would have had the umpire and the bowler interested. Very good fielding in the end. And they're crawling to that 100-run mark at the moment. 97, Vikramjit with the final delivery. Can he hit a home run? Can he end with a flourish? Can he sign off in style? Here we are.
Afnas runs into bowl to Vikramjit, and this time looking to hit it through the onside. He's taken the single. Will he come back for the second? There is a fielder on the boundary. Throw towards the keeper's end. This should be run out. Oh, that has been quite a miss from the wicket keeper. And 2 runs taken. So 99 for 8 in 10 overs. They wanted 100 plus on the board. So it's been a very good effort. Apart from Farooq's delightful stroke play, we haven't seen any quality batting performance in this particular encounter. Shakir getting 17 of 12. Otherwise, no major contribution to note. 99 for 8 with 14 extras in 10 overs. Desert Warriors winning the toss and electing to bat first. So, good total though on this pitch, Mikhail.
Very strong total here by Desert Warriors. And in the bowling department, some very fine bowling effort. Afnas 16 in his 2. Rabish 1 for 21. But the pick of the bowlers, Shireen MC, 11 runs with 3 wickets in his 2 overs. Broke the back in the middle overs of the Desert Warriors. 1 for 16, Salim Mohammad too began well. Asif could not complete his quota of overs, and Amir as well. But nevertheless, they were batting at a clip of 10 and over. They finished on 9.90, as now Selex will need to get 100 to win this fixture and secure their position in the quarterfinal. We'll take a look at the proceedings in the first innings. Electing to bat first, they were off to a very fine start. Desert Warriors, they were playing on all sides of the wicket and didn't miss out on the scoring opportunities. It was a start that was very impressive. Farooq playing some delightful strokes on the offside, particularly looked very good with his cover drives this evening, negated the swing early on and used his feet to good effect and played some masterful strokes in the middle. Some copybook cricketing shots just delighted everyone's eyes. And this one getting an inside edge, beating the wicket-keeper on its way to the fine leg boundary as well. So the start for Desert Warriors was sensational, and they were batting at a very good clip. This one getting on top of it, going on his toes, and got a lovely shot behind backward point. This was the phase where everything was looking good for the Desert Warriors. This one just using the pace behind of the wicket between third man and backward point, and they fetched another boundary. These were the fours that came by, and they came by handsomely as well. Some delightful strokes along the carpet, keeping everyone entertained as well. We did get to see some big hits on offer as well. The spinners were not spared. This one over backward point, never an easy shot, but Shakir this time around just gave it all. Then of course Sandeep came into the picture and played some very handsome looking hits. They had the elevation and the distance, and there was clean striking too. This too went high and handsome, and he was in complete control. As many as 3 sixes in their innings for the Desert Warriors, and they kept going despite losing wickets at regular intervals. Well, quite a few wickets to fall as well in this essay of the Desert Warriors. There was some fine piece of bowling as well that we saw early on by Selex. This one came in sharply, playing across the line, and was all over it and was castled. Then Shadat was there as well, Sajjad rather, again getting an inside edge on a fuller delivery, trying to construct a shot from outside off and play towards the mid-wicket region. It was in the middle overs when Shireen struck. This was beaten for pace. He tried to show his bat to the umpire, but the finger was already up by then. And this run out, a hopeless one, stranded in middle, and another wicket had to fall. As many as 3 runouts fell. This one was high up in the air. Fielder was coming underneath it. By far, it was the best catch of the evening, airborne, and he threw himself lunging forward with a spectacular catch. It was a screamer. And then on the overthrow, it was the one-hand pick-up and throw that resulted in another run-out. Very good piece of fielding and wicket-keeping, and great combination by them. And the third run-out as well came, this time nowhere in the frame, and the batter failed to get back for the second run. So wickets kept falling at regular intervals, courtesy more of run-outs. And by the end of it, Desert Warriors crawled to 99. And this means that when Selex Cricket Club come out to bat, they will need 100 to win. We head into a short break, the chase on the other side.
Good evening, everyone. All in readiness for this chase. 100, exactly a ton to get here for Selex CC to get over the line in this all crucial encounter. They'll certainly have their work cut out tonight as they try and hunt down this total under lights. As I say, good evening to Mikhail.
Good evening, Raza. What a moment here for Selex. They have to get to 100 in quick time to seal their spot in the quarterfinal. And what's interesting to see is that the opening batter decides to walk in with a cap rather than a helmet. Very, very unconventional for contemporary cricketing times.
I think the umpire is probably going to have a word with him, and he's probably going to make sure that he prerequisites a helmet. It's an absolute necessity, and there is a helmet coming out. I think there's a fielder running in with a helmet. The right decision made. Safety first in this day and age. Even if you've got a technique like Viv Richards, there's still an outside possibility of you getting hit on the head, and that's certainly not worth it.
Oh yes, better to be safe than to be sorry by the end of it. You want to have all safety and protection gear in place, and as conventional wisdom would have it, good to see him with that helmet, of course with the cap on his head as well, which is put upside down. Ashif to open the innings. He's gotten off to starts. Vikramjit Singh with the first ball, and it's hit down the ground, and he begins with a no ball as well, which means that it's a free hit on offer. What a start here for Selex.
Oh, that's an absolute gift in this early part of the innings. A freebie provided. Not how they would exactly would have liked to start this innings, but here we are, an ideal opportunity for the Selex batsman to get underway with a boundary. As Vikramjit comes into ball.
Oh, that's picked up and played over the mid-on region. That's going towards the long-on boundary. It's a fast outfield, will be cut off. 2 runs completed on this occasion, and they are off the mark here.
He'd probably be a touch disappointed that he wasn't able to score more of that delivery. It was in the zone, right in the slot, as he's having a bit of trouble with his hand there, and it seems like he's going to abandon this over. Seems like he's pointing to his finger there. Something's gone wrong during the run-up.
It was that hit that was that firm hit by the batter, which he tried to stop, that has injured his finger over there on that occasion. Of the very first delivery, Ashif had bludgeoned that ball down the ground, and the bowler put his hands there, Vikramjit, and that's where he must have injured his finger as well.
Yeah, he decided to continue with the second ball, despite the fact that it did hit him hard. There is a physio on the ground as we look at the points table. Remember, this is a Group B encounter. Desert Warriors sailing high at the moment. 2 out of 2 wins, and they've secured 4 points. Look good to be in the quarterfinals soon. Masters CC with a healthy run rate are probably going to join them in their venture. Selex CC, it's a must-win situation for them. They haven't got the best of net run rates as well, along with Bowen, who are probably down and out. Well, definitely down and out, with 3 out of 3 games out of the kitty. Ooredoo, the sponsor of this tournament, and probably the #1 network, telecommunicating network in Qatar, meeting your telecommunication needs all across Qatar. One of the best in the Middle East, without a shadow of a doubt, as Vikramjit continues. And on this occasion, he's gone straight down the ground, and a couple of bounces into the boundary it goes. It was a similar shot on last occasion, but this time it does trickle through for a 4.
Giving the charge very early on this occasion, going through with the shot, no half measures, and right over the bowler's head. The safest shot on the ground. A very, very good boundary this for Selex Cricket Club. They've come in with a very aggressive mindset and they are making it count in the middle at the moment.
Oh, that's a good piece of cricket there. He's coming back for the second, is he? Yeah. Comfortably makes it, hit a boundary, and then gently nudge it away for a couple of runs. Don't need to do anything out of the ordinary once you've got the boundary of the over. Even if he gets singles in the remaining part of this over, Selex CC would end up at 9. So yeah, risk-free cricket is the name of the game.
And Vikramjit Singh once again suggesting he's still wincing in pain. And if that be the case, he should avoid bowling, because first he'll aggravate the injury, and second he won't be doing 100% job of his bowling. This time much better, flashing his blade outside the off. But you can look at the bowler on his return to his run up. Once again, just paying attention to his injured finger.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to drag himself and complete this over somehow, and then probably not come back for the second over, which is not the right way to go about it, because you're risking a bigger injury. This time goes down the track, and the number of times batsmen have been beaten on that off stump. If I was paid a penny each time the batsman missed that ball outside the off stump, I would be a millionaire by now.
And I would have been your best friend, Raza.
We would have decided that later.
Well, quite a few batters have come in and missed out so many opportunities outside the off stump. Talk about it. Another one just presented. This time though, bowling it wide off the crease, and that's why it'll be signalled wide.
Mikhail, I thought we were still the best of buddies.
We are. Raza, Anjum.
Comes Vikramjit, and once again outside that off stump. Haven't really been able to find the answers to that line, and the trend continues.
10 of the first over. They're keeping up with that asking rate at the moment. Asif has looked good for his 7 ball 8. Asif still to get strike.
I think Vikramjit is walking off towards the dugout. This is most probably the last of him that we'll see in this encounter, which is a bit of a shame. Warriors CC losing out on one of their mainstream bowlers, so they will have to get one over out of somewhere, unless of course they have ample options available. Asif has played 3 games so far, just scored 4, so he'll definitely be looking to make amends in this game. Opening the innings, a crucial position to play at. And Sandeep, on the other hand, has played in 3 matches, given away just the 35 runs, so he'll be quite proud of his economy rate.
Swing and a miss. Sandeep, he made an impact with the bat, hit 2 towering sixes and back-to-back deliveries, and now he has a role to complete with the ball.
Yeah, tends to bowl quite full, does Sandeep, and allows that ball to swing in the air. It's particularly lethal at the later half of the innings, but can threaten. Ah, there we go. That's what I was talking about. Full straight through the batsman. He's absolutely castled in there.
Sandeep's accuracy coming in very handy on this occasion. Just keeping it dead straight. May have got some hint of movement as well into the right-handed batter on this occasion. A typical left-arm seamer delivery. where you like to come into the right-handed batter and see the stumps being uprooted. Breakthrough here for Desert Warriors. Selex Cricket Club lose their first wicket. Ashif departs without scoring. It's 10 for 1.
We've seen in this tournament already that wicket-to-wicket line, the balls hitting the stumps, has proven to be quite challenging. In one game I remember legend CC using that line of length to really good effect and putting the Pak Afghan batsmen in all sorts of bother. Lots of LBWs and balls in that game. Sandeep bowls with a similar pattern. You'll see lots of balls hitting the stumps, and what that means is if the batsman misses, he is out.
Look at that movement, look at that swing, tailing into the right-handed batter, coming sharply inside. Wonderful exhibition of swing and seam here by Sandeep.
Yeah, how did that miss the stumps? We'll see it on the replay, but missing it just by a whisker there, just by half an inch or something. He would be considering himself extremely fortunate to be still out there in the middle.
Inside edge on this occasion. Oh, they're looking for the second, a small little fumble, and they'll complete two. Very good running. That was a wonderful delivery once again. A touch unlucky there, Sandeep. Could have easily chopped it onto the stumps, but they fetched two.
Yeah, good call there in the end for a change. The ball going straight to that deep extra cover fielder, but there was a bit of fumble, and the batsmen were quick to spot that and turning almost instantaneously for that second run. Sandeep comes in to bowl his fifth delivery. Ooh, once again, full and straight.
I'll tell you what, a little piece of statistic that has been told to me suggests that Selex Cricket Club need to chase down this target of 100 in 3.3 overs if they need to secure a place in the quarter-final. Now this seems mission impossible at the moment. Only if they have Tom Cruise batting in the middle can they overhaul this particular target in such a short time.
And it's more realistic to secure a place in the team bus back to the hotel.
Played towards mid-wicket, nicely fielded by Shakir, bringing in that slide, keeping it to one. No wonder they're throwing their bats at everything, but what they need to do is maybe believe in the process now and at least secure the win to end on a high.
Absolutely. I think that's really important. It's just one tournament as we look at the scorecard. Asif Ashraf is still out there, a pedestrian 9 of 8. Asif Abdullah was castled in that second over rather. And Afnas is on a runner ball 3. Yeah, a mammoth task indeed at this stage. But a win is a win, and it will obviously boost their confidence for the upcoming tournaments and games.
Vikramjit to continue. He had a niggle in his finger in the first over after being hit. Once again, he's looking at it. Maybe the thumb giving him a little bit of discomfort. And despite all the pain, he wants to continue bowling. He believes he can do the job and maybe pocket a wicket or two over here. Oh, what a shot. That took off the moment he got his blade on it. Short and wide, using the pace of the ball on this occasion and playing it towards backward point.
Yeah, it was short, it was wide, and all he had to do was rock back onto the back foot and pick his spot. Did that to perfection on that occasion. Placement personified.
Boundary followed by a single. This is the best form of cricket, they say. After you've got the boundary, rotate the strike and go to the other end.
Absolutely, and there can't be a situation more frustrating than this for a bowler. Just being hit for a boundary, desperate to get his revenge, and then seeing the batsman just walk off gleefully to the other end. It's one of those mental aspects of the game that teams talk about a lot in the dugout. Vikramjit into the third ball of this over.
Throws his bat at this one in no position whatsoever. Fielder coming underneath it, and it's taken a very nice catch. Taken at third man. Another wicket of Selex falls here. This time giving it a wild swing and edging it.
Oh, Vikramjit, he persevered despite that injured finger of his, and he's picked up his reward in form of that wicket here as Selex lose their second wicket for 19. The head was all over the place once again, trying to hit that ball on the onside. No control at all on that shot as that ball took the top edge, goes high up in the sky, and a comfortable cash down goes down the throat of the man at the third man position.
Little bit of a stutter in this chase here for Selex Cricket Club. 19 for 2, remember. They were in a similar situation. The Desert Warriors placed from 19 for 0 to 19 for 2. And that's when things changed with the partnership. Vikramjit. That's been taken over once again. Straight over the bowler's head. They run the first run fast. They're looking for the second. 2 more added to the total.
Select CC batsmen have taken the liking for that area straight down the ground, and there's no better place to hit it than there, because you're offering the full phase of the bat when you play in that region. One of the most efficient ways of scoring runs in modern day cricket, risk-free cricket. They've just got to get more power. On that occasion, aborting his run-up was Vikramjit. I think it's because the captain wanted a change in the field. Oh, and the ball goes exactly to that man who was brought in by the captain, falling just short of him. Could have been an excellent catch.
Oh, that almost carried to the fielder at short cover. Vikramjit for a moment was on his feet, celebrating as well, only to realize the attempt was a valiant one, but going down in vain. This time it's been picked up and played high over and above the ropes as well, signaled by the fielder. That's a very nice shot, not an easy one to execute, may I add.
Yeah, just making sure that he swings as hard as he could. There was no fieldsman down on that fine leg region, so always a safe option, always a safe shot. The ball was there to be hit for that kind of a shot, and he takes full toll. And just looking at the umpire, he seems to be signaling a free hit, is he? He's signaling towards the com box. Oh, that's the end of the power play. That's oh sorry. There's some kind of a signal. We're still not sure what it is. Yeah, I think that's the end of the third over, which means the power play is done.
That worm is just losing its way. Honey, who's just taken a very fine catch, a third man, is being introduced into the attack. Looks like spin is in operation from the Qatar cricket end. Vikramjit A wicket for him, but conceded a 6 of his last delivery. Prasanna Haran and Shailesh, the two umpires officiating this game, they have been very good with their decisions all through the tournament and this evening as well. Oh, tossed up delivery, enough time to rock onto his back foot. He's played that straight into the hands of the injured, the warrior, the wounded warrior, Vikramjit Singh. And after taking that catch, once again, he's wincing in pain.
Oh, he'd be kicking himself after that dismissal. Had so much time to pick his spot and hit it technically anywhere he would have liked. And yet he hits it straight into the hands of the injured Vikramjit. Couldn't have been any worse for him.
But he held on to that catch. He's got an injured thumb. Ashif departs for 17 in 13 deliveries. Scott Vikramjit, Bol Anirudh. And Desert Warriors continue to impress everyone with their all-round performance. Bat, ball or in the field, they're always 100%.
Yeah, they've certainly been able to desert the runs in this innings. It's been a dry passage of play as far as shot making and scoring runs is concerned. Be interesting to see how Anirudh goes about his business in this over. The first ball was a bit of a lollipop. He'd consider himself $1 million, extremely lucky to get that breakthrough with that ball. Not a wicket ball by any stretch of the imagination.
Another tossed up delivery, and this has been picked up. It's gone high in the air, fielder coming underneath it, and he takes, oh, he's put it down just when it looked like he had taken a very good catch. He went the Australian way, but then just completely messed it up, and Shireen has been given a life.
Yeah, that was an ordinary delivery once again, not being able to execute that shot, playing it a touch early, and then average fielding. I think at one stage he thought he had gotten a hold of it, but then the ball going through his fingers, and the batsman gets a life.
It was to Sandeep. He should have taken it. I mean, he's a tall, lanky customer with bucket hands. 9 out of 10 times you'd expect him to take it.
Yeah, that was a regulation catch, really. And Sandeep is one of the better fielders in this lineup. This would have really gone a long way to seal the deal. Could have been the last nail in the coffin, but wasn't to be.
Taken on the full this time. The bowler coming underneath this. Will he take it? Oh, he's put it down as well. Catches being dropped one after the other. Very, very ordinary fielding here by Desert Warriors. They're all coming underneath it, but letting it pass, letting it go, slip through their fingers.
Well, can't help but say it's ordinary piece of cricket all around. That ball, once again, was there to be hit. A full toss. A gentle full toss, really. Completely mistimed, and then that catch should have been taken.
Another tossed up delivery. Gave that a wild swing. Gone towards the mid-wicket region, looking for the second run. That man, Vikramjit Singh, you can't keep him out of action tonight, Raza.
Yeah, he's all over the place, isn't he? He's making his presence felt. He wants to bowl, wants to bat as well. And then he's pretty good with his fielding, no doubt about that. Once again, it's tossed up, and I think they'll probably do well. As we see, they come back for the second, and there was an opportunity for a run out, but the ball missing the stumps. So, Miguel, I do feel there is a case for batsmen to probably wait on that back foot, probably go across the stumps and try and hit that ball through fine leg, just to the right of Paramjit Singh. Because the ball is so slow, they can afford to just wait for it, rather than hitting into the front foot.
And that's been picked up on this occasion. Oh my God, that's been a juggling one into the 6 boundary. Let me tell you. As it rolls for a 4, it looked as if it had just popped out of the hands and moved over the ropes for a 6. But here, giving the dive. 1, 2. Back up as well, failing on this occasion. And another 4.
Well, I'll tell you who won't be very happy at this stage. It would be the coach in the dugout. Watching them drop catches. Simple catches as well. All of those catches are just sitters. As we look at the Manhattan, the red buildings way below par at this stage in comparison to the blue ones, economically built blue towers. As we see, it was very consistent throughout Desert Warriors innings, apart from that first and third over. Well, they'll have to play out of their skins if they are to win this game. Selex CC, that is.
Captain Kushal Kotari introducing himself into the attack. Oh, that's a very good fielding effort in the end. At the ropes, need some confirmation on that though. But good, desperate dive.
Well, actually, just looking at it now, I feel they are actually able to keep up with the run rate. You know, not too bad. 40 they've managed so far in 4.1 overs. And they need 60 in 5.5. That is extremely gettable in this format of the game. And with that kind of bowling, it should make their job a touch easier. They're flighting them up and the balls are there to be hit.
Another tossed up delivery. Not able to convert this one. He's bowling a very teasing line and length at the moment, Kushal. Unafraid to toss it up, inviting the batter into the shots. He's throwing the challenge at them.
Yeah, it's easier said than done. You've got to get your timing and footwork absolutely spot on to be able to put those types of deliveries away. A bit easier to play them square on the leg side, but they've got the onside covered with a man down at the deep square leg boundary, and there's one at deep mid wicket as well. Kushal. And this time he goes. Has it got it enough? Yes, he's got enough piece of willow on that one. And it sailed over the fence for a humongous 6.
Well, Shireen has had a very good day with the ball this evening, taking 3 wickets. And now he's making it count with the bat as well. Giving the charge, gave that small little swivel as well down the charge. And played it, rather hoiked it towards the mid-wicket region. Once again looks to go big on this occasion, plays it on the offside. And it's 4 more, 10 runs and 2 deliveries. And Selex are finding a move on from here.
Yeah, he's finally got the hang of it for sure. Now waiting on those deliveries. Just a touch second and swinging just at the right time. He's been able to get his timing right in those 2 deliveries, the last 2. And all of a sudden, we see a shift in momentum. 52 for 3 in 4.5. They are right on track to hunt this one down now.
50 up in the process. Another tossed up delivery, mistimes this one. Again falls in no man's land. Wants the second, sent back by his partner. It's been a very good over. 15 coming off it. 5 gone. It's 53 for 3.
Yeah, that certainly changed the complexion of this game a little bit. 47 now needed of 5 overs, and believe me or not, in T10 cricket that should be a walk in the park as we look at this scorecard of Selex CC. Asif Ashraf managing 17 at the top as he was dismissed by Anirudh and caught by Vikramjit. Asif Abdullah out for a duck, and then Afnas going for 3 as he fell victim to Vikramjit as well. Vikramjit has been all over the place in this game in particular, as we see Anirudh is going to continue with his spell. Bowling his second over, has given away 10 runs so far. It's just the right time to welcome the winder right into the comm box.
Well, what a start to this over. Trying to whack it through the onside. And it's out. Bowled.
Oh, that is unbelievable stuff. Once again, flighted up. Could have hit it anywhere. Allows it to go through the gap. It's too early into that shot. And the ball goes on to whip the bails off. And just when they were gathering some momentum here, they've lost another wicket. Not the time they would have hoped to lose this wicket.
They needed to win this contest in 3.4 overs to qualify. The Selex, one of the brightest sides in the competition, but inconsistency in performance resulting in 53 for 4 and now almost out of the competition. Anirudh taking his second wicket, 2 wickets for 10. It's 53 for 4, but can they still win this game? That's the question, and they are well on course despite losing wickets.
Yeah, a couple of lusty blows here, and they will look like favourites once again to win this game. Goes down the track. He's got the distance on it perhaps, but not quite the height. The fielder missing that ball and allowing the batsman to come back for the second.
So 55 for 4, coming back to this aspect of performances so far in this tournament. Was it a no ball? Had to wait for a signal from the umpire whether it goes with a free hit. It was all right. Just wanted to get the field right, the bowler on that occasion. Anirudh runs into ball to Amir, and Amir is waiting, is clubbing the ball behind the square on the onside, not quite getting it from the center of the blade, and the fielder is after it. The batters will go through for 2 more runs.
Yeah, I think on the last occasion, once again, the umpire was holding the bowler back for a second because the batsman wasn't ready.
Also checking the condition of the ball as well. The way they've been hammering these big booming shots certainly might have taken the ball out of the shape with those thunderous shots. Anirudh, 2 for 12. Can he take one more wicket from this over? Comes down the pitch, meets on full toss, and will be picked up by the fielder on the boundary, a single.
With that kind of a pace, surely they've got to wait on the back foot and target that region just to the right of Paramjeet, the fielder at deep square leg region. What they're trying to do is use their feet, and then because of the slowness of the ball, they're not being able to get the connection and the timing right.
And that's been the issue in this over in particular. Anirudh is taking his time to get the fieldsman at the right position, a man on the sweep on the onside. And here he goes again. This time tossed up delivery. It's been sliced away and straight to the man. It's gone down.
Yeah, this is, I think, the 4th catch that's been dropped of Anirudh's bowling. He dropped one of his own bowling, but he'd be considering himself extremely unlucky.
Kushal, the captain, the culprit here on this occasion. Anirudh, can he finish the over well? Still not ready. He's going to target. Had to wait a long time.
Oh, there's a
Chance
mix-up
for an
again.
out.
Well, there was another run out there on the cards. Fortunate to get away with it. That ball was hit like a trace bullet, straight to the fielder. How on earth did he think about taking a single there?
Then a wild throw, enabling the batsman to take a single. 6 overs have been bowled here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha, Qatar. 60 for 4. Selex played a superb game, the first one. Then not quite raising the standard of play, and losing the second match, and now it's taking a beating. They're scoring rate at the moment. Even they go on to win this game, the chances of qualification are drastically diminished now. 60 for 4. Kushal comes into the attack, was taken for 15 runs from the previous over. Crowd is still waiting in anticipation of some boundaries. 2 matches scheduled for tomorrow as well. Last day for league stays. Down the track, there's a man on the boundary, and he sees the ball sailing over him for a 6.
Yeah, forget about that. That had the height, it had the distance as well. Down the track he goes, and then absolutely muscling that ball high up into the sky, covering that fielder quite comfortably in the end.
Good footwork on that occasion, coming forward and then going back and then looking to cut the ball away. Almost played 3 shots in at one delivery. Nothing worked.
That was good change of pace as well from Kaushal, bowling it a touch faster, forcing the batsman to stay on the back foot. It'll be interesting to see how Amir responds on the next delivery and whether Kaushal would continue to bowl faster or he'll go back to his default loopy spin. He chooses to go with his loopy spin, and he's been lifted. He's been lifted over the cow corner for another 6 in this over.
Again, tossing the ball up to the batsman from round the wicket, and this time around in his arc of stroke making, and that was a fine connection. Sailing over the boundary for a 6 again. 6.6. Here it goes again. This time comes down the track and hammers it through the offside straight to the man on the boundary for a single.
Yeah, it's slightly... I'm slightly perplexed by the fact that he's decided to go with his default flighted deliveries after he was able to beat Amir with a quicker one on that occasion. A mistimed stroke. The fielder will come across and that will only be a single, but right, Amir is back on strike, so he knows that he's got the hang of him, Kaushal, so maybe bowl a bit quicker.
Match is still within their grasp for the team Selex, despite losing 4 wickets for 74. And here is Kushal. This time meets the ball on the full toss, and he hammers it down the ground, and it's gone over the boundary for a 6. 3 sixes from this over. 35 came from 2 overs of the bowling of Kushal, the captain.
Oh yeah, that's bread and butter here for Amir. He's come out all guns blazing, and he's not going to forgive that kind of a pace and line, shall I say.
3 sixes from this over. First coming down the track and hitting it high and handsome down the ground. That's where they always get these 6s. Most of the 6s are hit straight down the ground. Then from wanted to create bit of angle, another loopy delivery, clearing his front leg and smacking it over mid-wicket for a 6. And then the 6. Lovely loopy delivery, meeting it on the full. Excellent footwork from the batter and clearing the boundary for another 6. 3 sixes from that Kushal over, demolishing his bowling figures. 35 for no wicket in 2 overs.
Yeah, that pace,
80 for 4.
that pace was way too predictable in that last over. Amir anticipating bowls to come slower and high, had made up his mind well in advance as to where he wanted to deposit those bowls.
And kind of batting potential that Selex possessed. They should have qualified for the quarterfinals, but there is no time. There's 3 matches in the competition. Came with impressive performance in the first game, but the different performance in the second match, putting the team in this precarious position. They cannot qualify for the quarterfinals. 80 for 4. They need 20 to win from 18 deliveries.
Yeah, seems like a walk in the park. Should really sail across, and this time he's hit that hard. There is a fielder coming underneath it, but it lands in no man's land, and they scamper through for the second. There's an opportunity for the third, but they decide against it.
They all are batting with a lot of liberty and freedom at the moment, knowing that the team has been knocked out of the competition. Is trying to use their willow and trying to hit everything out of the park. Sandeep 1 for 6, 4 runs from the first over, and knocks him over with a straight ball, trying to whack it through the onside, pitching in line, straightening up, and hitting the top of the stumps.
Yeah, he does that. He does that so well. We saw it in his first spell, full and straight. This was probably not full, but it was straight, and a bit of movement into the batsman, enough to peg back that off stump once again. This was his second wicket of the innings, remember. Has bowled economically and also has been able to pick up wickets at the same time. I just get the feeling he might just have been introduced a bit too late into this innings.
82 for 5.
Shamir is the new batsman of the crease. Has a simple task on hand at the moment. Doesn't need to do anything out of the ordinary. 3 overs remaining. 6.8 runs required to the over. That's a walk in the park, in my opinion. And this time he bowls it full again. And once again troubling the batsman with that length, but they were able to go through for a quick single.
If they take the wicket, manage the wicket of Amir from here on, they might have chances of winning this match as well. Amir, the danger man, on 23 of just 9 deliveries. Has a strike, and this time he bludgeons the ball through the onside for a single.
Yeah, a couple of wickets here, and we might see a change in scenario all of a sudden.
This has been superb over from Sandeep. 2 wickets already for 8 runs. 2 deliveries to go from this over. Can he finish this over well? Looking to work the ball through the onside, gets the inside edge, just dragging it away.
Too good on that occasion. Too good for the batsman. Too good for the wicket keeper as well. As that ball rolls through to the third man for Abai. He's bowling an excellent spell here, right on money, just when his team needed him. And in the process, he's bringing his team back into the contest with Selex having their noses in front. Once again, that line, that length, not much the batsman is able to do with that. And it's the end of an exceptionally good over by Sandeep. And that's the end of his spell as well. Absolutely commendable. Giving away 8 runs, picking up 2 wickets with an economy rate of a miserly 4.
$15 to win in 12 deliveries. Amir on to 24 of 11 on this Sunday evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in Doha. Combination of Division B and C. Total of 16 teams participating and 16 days of action here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Total of 31 league matches, including quarterfinals, and then the final on 22nd of April. Avatar into the attack. 53 runs he has scored so far in this tournament and has only managed a single wicket. Can he complement the performance from Sandeep? Was very impressive from the previous over to keep the team still in the hunt. As Selex 15 runs away from victory in 12 deliveries. with 5 wickets in hand, and Shamir has a strike.
And a good delivery to start. That man in your picture now had just moved towards a couple of steps towards his left just prior to this delivery, and the ball going straight into that direction. Just the one of the first over. Not a bad result at all for the Warriors. And this time he's lifted it over that covers fielder, over that inner ring, and they come back for a comfortable couple. Still, they need more than that. They need at least a boundary in this over.
Inching towards that victory target. 12 to win from 10 deliveries. Avatar searching for a wicket this time, trying to whack it through the onside. He's beaten, getting a dot ball in.
Maybe he could think about taking the pace off the ball at this stage. And that brings into play all those boundary riders.
Will he take this risk of conceding boundary in the process if the bat connects it well? Hamid has been connecting it quite beautifully so far.
Oh, a bit of sweet chin music, and what a time to bowl a dot ball. A dot ball is worth gold at this stage.
He went with that option of bowling a quick bouncer and trying to experiment with his pace, despite of having fieldsmen at long off and long on in place, and also the temptation of hitting it into the breeze as well.
All of a sudden we've got a game on our hands here as he scoops that ball to Venki at the sweeper position. Just a single once again. It's slowly but surely becoming interesting. 11 required of 7 deliveries, another dot ball here, and we are in for an absolute blockbuster of a last over.
Samir should be searching for a boundary option. This time he hammers it hard.
Well, that was really good fielding of his own bowling. A really good over there. So just 5 of his over of Tar Sidhu, and this has set it up for an absolutely enthralling last over. 10 required, and mind you, it's going to take some getting under lights here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium.
Will be interesting who would be bowling the final over. Vikramjit bowling 2 overs, going for 24 and taking wicket. Sandeep 2 for 8 in 2 overs. The over number 8 was absolutely spot on. All the deliveries in the right channel, not giving any opportunity to the batsman to work with, neither the line nor the length. And now Sajjad has been given the opportunity to bowl, has scored 81 runs in this tournament with bat, but hasn't taken any wicket. Under pressure to save 10 runs from the over.
Yeah, he hasn't bowled in this game so far as well, so he'll be under that extra bit of pressure bowling this last over, and doesn't start badly actually. A low full toss, and once again a result they wouldn't mind. Just a single. Are we heading towards a super over here?
We haven't seen any super over so far in this tournament. Today is the day number 11, 22nd match here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Amir has a strike, 27 of 15. Can he manage a big hit here? Once again, getting the ball behind the square, not quite getting the timing right. Takes a single. Still, they need 8 runs to win from 4 deliveries.
Well, these last 3 overs, somehow, some way, the Warriors CC have been able to crawl back into this contest. And once again, a fuller length. Has he found the gap? There's a fieldsman coming across it, and he's made an absolute meal out of that one.
Poor fielding, 2 fieldsmen in there at that position. You cannot blame the bowler there, right into the block hole. And batsman was successful in digging that one out, but They had opportunity to cut it off. Two fieldsmen in the range to stop that ball from traveling to the boundary, but it has gone on to hit the fence for 4. Now they need 4 runs to win. 4 runs to win in 3 deliveries.
Yeah, range of emotions all at the same time. You can see the disappointment on the faces of the fielders and then relief. Well, talking about relief, he's finished it off in grand style.
Shamir giving the finishing touches to the innings. Amir setting the chase up and getting the ball in the range and swiping it through the onside with a decent connection, ball travelling over the boundary for a 6, and it's win for the team Selex, but they are already out of the competition because they couldn't win inside 3.4 overs. So in the chase, requiring 100 runs to win in 10 overs, Arship contributing 17 of 13, setting the tone in the chase. Arship Abdullah was out early for not 3, 14 of just 9 deliveries from Shihab, and then they continue to unfurl some cracking shots. Sherin getting 20 of 8 deliveries, bringing the team back in the contention for victory, and Amir Nasser getting 28 of just 16 to keep that momentum floating in their favor, and then Shamir doing the finishing touches with a misfielded boundary and then a 6 over a square leg. Vikramjit Singh 2 overs, 1 for 24, 2 for 8 from Sandeep, and Anirudh bowling 2 overs for 15 runs and taking wickets as well, 2 wickets for 15, none for 35 in 2 overs from Kushal, and Avtar 1 over going for 5 runs, and Sajjad conceding 12 of just 4 deliveries with 10 required in the final over. They've been able to win by 5 wickets with 2 deliveries to spare. Farooq with classy 29 of 16, Shakir getting 17 of 12, Sherin 3 wickets for 11, 1 for 16 in 2 overs for Salim, Rabish taking 1 wicket after conceding 21 runs from 2 overs. Selex CC reaching there in 9.4 overs with 5 wickets in hand. Amir 28 of 16, Sherin getting 20 of 8, and Ashif 17 of 13. A good team contribution resulting in a 5 wickets victory for the team Selex CC, but that indifferent performance in match number 2 resulting in Selex CC being knocked out of the tournament, and Desert Warriors seal their place in the quarterfinals. Some boundaries early on, that's what they needed. They needed to score those runs in 3.4 overs, hitting it straight over for boundary, then off the back foot, screaming it through the covers. A fine stroke, just opening the face of the bat and getting the ball into the gap, down the track, lifting it over the infield, and boundary was available for him. Then a full length delivery was whacked through the onside. Poor fielding on the boundary. So boundaries hit through the offside, through the onside. Majority of boundaries in this tournament overall. Getting over the line. And a few sixes as well in the process of reaching to this target. Well picked up a stroke through the onside early into the chase over the square boundary for a 6, and then Kushal came into bowling and was hammered for 3 sixes from that over. 1 through the mid-wicket region to a touched-up delivery, and then straight down the ground. Humongous 6 down the ground, clearing that fieldsman at the long on position, and he changed his angle, but the result was the same. A hammering 6 over the long on fielder. 3 sixes from that Kushal over, and then a low full toss which was smacked back for 6, and then that's how they registered victory with that swipe through the onside, clearing the square leg fielder for a 6, winning the contest with a 6 with 2 deliveries to spare, and lost 5 wickets as well in the process of registering this victory here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. They needed early breakthrough. They got early breakthrough. Looking to work through the onside to a full and a straight delivery, which went on to take the middle stump, and then looking to whack another delivery outside the boundary, slicing it straight to the man on the boundary. And then a loopy delivery, trying to whack it through the onside, managed to pick up the fielder on the boundary. The injured right hand, but still hanging on to it, Vikramjit, and then looking to whack it through the onside. Excellent line and length, and also beating the batsman in the flight. Fast bowler was introduced again with straight ball, short of line delivery, not quite rising to the expectation of the batsman. Looking to play it across the line, was found in front, and ball went on to hit the stump. So that's the situation. Fetan Doha has already qualified for the quarter-final with Sprite Cricket Stars in Group A. In Group B, Masters Cricket Club sitting pretty at the top of the table, Desert Warriors also qualifying. In Group C, Legend CC at the top of the tree with 4 points, and Star CC also hanging in there with their chances. And the group is wide open. Opportunity for Nihal CC as well if they win by big margin. And FARC Afghan is the only team in Group C that has been knocked out of the competition. In the Group D, Marcos in a fine form, the way they've been playing so far, their place in the quarterfinal is certain. United Challengers collecting 4 points in 3 matches, almost there, with Prime Gladiators completing the 3 matches, and the Stallions Sports Center, if they want to get there, still they have no chance of qualifying. So Marcos and United Challengers already through from the Group D. 2 matches scheduled for tomorrow as well. So we take a short break, and when we come back, we will have the presentation ready for you, as Selex CC has won the second match tonight by 5 wickets.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the presentation ceremony. It's been a story of so close yet so far for Selex. They may have won the match today, but in doing so they may not progress as well into the quarterfinals. That's because looking at the permutations and combinations, they may have fallen short on this occasion. Nevertheless, a very good match panned out as they went past the Desert Warriors in this contest. Batting first, the Desert Warriors got 99 for 8, setting a target of 100, and the chase, well, it kept everybody on their toes and they got it in the end with 2 deliveries to spare. It was a very fine victory by Selex. Just a quick reaction from the captain of Desert Warriors. We'll first up call upon Kushal Kotari over here for a quick chat with us. Kushal, you all have qualified, so first things first, you'll breathe a sigh of relief, but this was very close again.
It was too close, too close. At one point, I thought we had the match in our hand, just that my 1 over costed us, and we fought well. We came back really well, and congratulations to Selex. Lot of things we need to work on, especially the fielding.
I was just coming to that. Something that you'd really want to improve on going into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, players don't want to drop, but there are sometimes, you try to adjust through the light, and then the background is not that great. But then saying that the effort was there, but we are not finishing well. So we have to work extremely hard on the fielding to have some now it's basically knockout matches. So we have to work extremely well on the fielding.
No margin for error going forward. It's been a great learning curve for each one of y'all. Just want a quick word on the surface over here. Is 99 safe enough, or you feel what is a safe target on this particular strip?
I think safe target is anything above 100 is pretty safe, but 99 is a very good fighting score. It took us time. It was a pace wicket. Fast bowlers did really well from both the sides, and I think the wickets are great. So 99, 100 is a very good score. You need to fight hard for any game to win.
Right, Kushal, you boys have played exceptional cricket, and all the very best for the quarterfinals.
Thank you very much.
Kushal Kotari there, captain of Desert Warriors, missing out on this occasion. They'll be eager to make it count in the quarterfinals. Quick chat with the winning captain as well, Ashif. Selex came very close to qualifying for the quarterfinals, but a story of so close yet so far. Ashif, almost there.
Yes, it's cricket. We have to accept that. So we are happy that we won, and because of the run rate, we are not into the quarterfinals. Little bit sad, and so for the match of today, we are really happy.
In hindsight, do you think that last game where you lost by 33 runs actually created a little bit of a problem, yeah?
Yes, exactly. So we worked on that today, so we won. So it's cricket. They played really well, and they stopped us in getting earlier runs. So it's okay. So,
Ashraf, your experience in this particular league initiated by the Qatar Cricket Association, something very new and something they want to continue with. What are your thoughts as captain and player?
So with Qatar Cricket Association, this tournament they have conducted really nice, and we have really enjoyed. So we are sad that we are not going to play any more matches in this league, but until now they have done a superb job, and it was awesome. We enjoyed.
Right, very well played, Ashif. All the very best to you and your team, and we hope to see you stronger next season.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Captain of Selex, there, Ashif. Well, they've played their part, played some fine cricket. Just the right time to also welcome a guest of honor to give away the Player of the Match medallion this evening, Mr. Jacob Thomas, to come along. And he is the MD of Elite Sports, one of our patrons who's supporting this endeavor and the league. Well, we had quite a few performances this evening. We had Farooq Ahmed of Desert Warriors. He got 29 and 16 deliveries. He was in contention of the Player of the Match. Amir Nasser of Selex as well, 28 runs and 16 deliveries. But one man who put across an all-round effort. 3 for 11 for him and 20 runs in 8 deliveries with 2 fours and a 6, and ensured that his team goes across the line in this contest. Shireen MC, what a fine performance it's been. A great all-round effort for him to cap off this tournament with a very, very fine effort in the middle. Shireen MC there, 3 for 11, 20 in 8 deliveries, giving a very fine account of himself. Presented the Player of the Match by Jacob Thomas, MD of Elite Sports. Shireen, you all have played some very fine cricket. I'm sure you'll be a touch disappointed that you're not made it the quarters, but you've had a great tournament.
Yeah, great tournament, but unfortunately we lost out of the tournament. Inshallah, next time we will be back.
What's it been like playing under lights in front of cameras and going through this entire field?
Very fantastic. Very all are watching. Very nice mood. Thank you.
A word on your team as well.
Yeah, very good. All are playing very well.
You're a man of few words. You make your bat do all the talking and you also get that ball to move. Well done. All the very best for the coming season.
Thank you. Next week. Next year.
Yes, Shireen, MC over there, player of the match here in this fixture between Selex and Desert Warriors. Well, they miss out on the quarterfinal berth, but Group B now has two teams making it to the quarterfinals. That is the Masters Cricket Club at #1 position, and at #2 it's going to be Desert Warriors. We're getting into the business end. Now it's the quarterfinal stage in the coming days, and there's so much cricket on offer as well. A doubleheader lined up tomorrow night, and we look forward to your company once again. However, from all of us out here for tonight, it's goodbye and good night.